thank you. Thank you, Lord. We worship you. We worship you today. We thank you for your great love that sees us through trials and difficulties that we all go through in our lives. But Don and I are here to let you know today, no matter what kind of difficulty or struggle you find yourself going through in your life, always remember, dear people, there's someone greater than you, someone who loves you deeply, someone who gave his very life for you. And you can always just whisper a simple little prayer and say, if you're out there, God, if you're really real, help me. I need your help. And if that prayer comes from your heart, he will hear you and he will answer that prayer. Always remember, hold it just 1 second, sweetie. Always remember, no matter what you go through, help is just one prayer away. No matter how difficult, no matter what the situation, just one prayer away. Now this next song, Spiritual, was also used as a code, and it falls under the category of a category of music known as call and response. Now call and response not only affected the spirituals, but that form of music continued to flow right into the next era known as gospel music. So I believe as we're doing this song, you're going to understand why it's called Call and Response. Take it away, Don. Coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Looked over yonder, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Now, you're going to get a chance to participate in this song, because when I sing Swing Low, you're going to respond. That's why it's called Call and Response. I'm going to sing Swing Low, and then you're going to sing Swing Low. So it will be swing low, like that. When I point at you, you sing Swing Low. But you got to sing out loud, and you can't be shy. And you got to give us a big smile, because this is a happy song. This is a song about going up to heaven. And for the slaves, that was like a hope of a brighter day, a better life, other than just working and drudgery and being whipped and being ripped, families torn apart, losing children and all those types of things. It was a hope that something better is going to come. Here we go. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. chariot coming forth to carry me home. Sounds good. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. Well, I looked over yonder, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming forth to carry me home. One more time. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. That's right, you can clap. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. John, we can't stop yet because we got to get him to clap. That's right. You started it over there. Good for you. That's right. I know you know how to clap your hands. Children in the back, I know you guys know how to clap your hands back there. Come on and clap to the beat. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. Well, I looked over yonder, and what did I see? Coming to carry me home. Yeah. A band of angels coming after me, coming forth to carry me home. One last time. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot coming forth to carry me home. All right, hallelujah. That's a good spiritual, good gospel song. That's still sung today. And by the way, I never mentioned it, but the spirituals that we've been presenting to you today did actually evolve into what is known as gospel music. And spirituals and gospel music is really such a pure American music, of course influenced by the African culture, but was really a genre of music that was birthed here in our nation. And gospel music went on to influence blues and rock and roll and jazz. As a matter of fact, Elvis Presley used to go to the black churches and stick his head in the window and listen to the music. And that's where he learned to sing, his style. But secretly, his favorite style of music was always gospel music. And after every concert, Elvis Presley would go back with his band backstage and they would sing gospel songs. That's what he wanted to sing. That's what his mother raised him up on. And then there are many, many rhythm and blues artists that, believe it or not, they started in the church. My goodness, Brooke Benton, Wilson Pickett, well-known Whitney Houston, I could go on and on and on, Marvin Gaye, and many, many more started singing gospel music. And so, this last song that we're going to do for you is not really a spiritual, and I wouldn't even dub it as being gospel music, but it's more like a hymn, and a very well-known one at that. As soon as we start singing it, you're going to know exactly. You're going to be very familiar with it. But you may not know how this song came to be written. It has a very, very interesting origin to it. Written by a man by the name of John Newton. Now, John Newton had a very, very hard life. His mother died right after he was born. And his father, as soon as his mother died, sent John Newton away to boarding school. And you know, John Newton, he never saw his father again after that. His father completely abandoned him. So you can imagine being a small child, your mother dies, you get sent away to school, and you never see your father anymore. As a matter of fact, I believe there's some of you in this room today. You know what it feels like to never have received a father's love. Well, listen to what happened. God bless you, sir, for your honesty. I see your hand. I want you and anyone else in this room who perhaps was abandoned by a mother or a father, or never, just like this precious gentleman right here, never knew the love of a father, a real fatherly kind of a love. I want you to listen to the story of John Newton and how he came to write this well-known hymn. So, of course, being abandoned by his dad, he grew up and he became an alcoholic. It's understandably so. But not only that, he also got involved in the slave trade, and he became a slave trader. Not a slave trader. He was not any kind of a slave trader. John Newton was such a mean, cruel slave trader, so mean and cruel to the slaves on his slave ship, that even his fellow crew members hated him. They hated him. Well, John Newton was miserable. And you know, most people who are mean and cruel, deep down inside, they are miserable. And that's why they act that way. But John Newton did a very smart thing one day. Because you see, his mother raised him up and taught him about God. And one day John Newton cried out to God for help, like I told you all a few moments ago. You see, he was so miserable, he was so lonesome, he was so tired of being a slave trader and an alcoholic. The alcohol didn't help. All it did was just numb the pain. And that's all that alcohol and drugs do anyway. They just numb the pain, they don't take it away. But one day, he cried out to God for help. And God answered that prayer. And John Newton became a completely changed man. He stopped drinking. He became a Christian. Not only did John Newton give up being a slave trader, he actually became an abolitionist. He began to fight against slavery. He became a pastor. And later on during his life, he wrote this well-known hymn.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I am found. I was blind, but now I see.
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first
God's grace that brought me safe this far, and grace, it will lead me home.
Let's do that verse again. Thank you all very much. It's been a pleasure, and we hope that we have helped you to appreciate some really pure, good old-fashioned American music. You know, it's wonderful that we live in a melting pot and that we're influenced by all different kinds of cultures, Caribbean, African, and European, Italian, Spanish, Hispanic, you name it. That's wonderful. But it's also good to know that there's a form of music that was born right here out of a very dark time in our history, but has conformed or transformed just like a caterpillar is transformed into a butterfly. All of the pain and suffering didn't go completely wasted because some very beautiful music was born from that era. And so we hope that we helped you to appreciate that kind of music. That was our purpose for putting on this little program for you today. So God bless you all, and remember, help is just a what away? Just a prayer away. God bless you all. Don Caesar. And I'm Sherri Sharpe. Thank you so much.